So today, so in CMA syllabus there is a two things. First part, part one, which is covering of financials, planning, performance, and analytics. Part one, which is covering of financials, planning, performance, and analytics. Part one, which is covering of financials, planning, performance, and analytics. So, in this financial planning performance analysis, we have a 5 sections to do. So, what are those 5 sections? First, we have a financial reporting that is of 15 marks. Then we have a planning, budgeting, and forecasting, which is of 20 marks. Performance management 20 marks. Cost management 15 marks. Internal control 15 marks. Technology and analytics 15 marks. Now, coming to the process of exam. So, exam is like in exam, each part have a different section. Okay. So, in each section, you need to score 360 against 500. It means that there is a 100 MCQ will be there. MCQ 100 it has to be there, and two scenario based question will be there. Now, what is the career option after CMA US? Management accountant, finance controller, corporate treasurer, corporate controller, finance and budget analyst, internal auditor, chief finance officer, risk and compliance manager, financial consultant, chief accountant, cost accountant, auditor, financial planning manager, and at the end, CFO, certified chief finance officer. So these are the career opportunities once you are a CMA. Now coming to the cost. So the registration is cost going to be 280. उसके बाद आपका जो है entrance में you have to pay 300. For the exam fees 495. For part 1 and part 2 495. So these are the cost involved. Now coming to the chapter of the financials reporting, we have clearly says that there is a 15 marks, 15 percentage is for the financials reporting. And in the financial reporting, what are the area you need to cover? The background of the finance accounting cycle, it is just a recap of your previous study, what you have done previously. Then coming to the financial statement part 1, which includes the P&L, balance sheet, income statement. This includes P&L, balance sheet, cash flow, statement of change in capital, and this is the again the advance of the cash flows. Now coming to the stock asset valuations, here you are going to study about the AR, account receivable. Then you have a inventory. In the inventory you will learn in AR, account receivable, you will learn about the bad debts, provision for bad debts, recovery of bad debts. So you will learn in detail how this is to be recorded in the books. In inventory, you will learn the concept of periodic, perpetual, LIFO, FIFO, weighted average, and then you will learn the inventory as per US GAAP and under IAS 2. Now coming to the second, law investment and long-term asset. In investment, you will learn investment in equity, investment in debenture, then associates, consolidation. Now coming to the liabilities and equities. So in liabilities, external liabilities, long term, short term, equity, preference shares. These are the things you are going to learn. Now coming to the lease, then taxation and lease. Taxation means in the taxation you will learn the current tax, deferred tax, lease, operating lease, financing lease, and their accounting. After that, once it's covered, then you will learn about the revenue recognition and income measure. So revenue recognition you will learn IFRS 15. In lease you will learn IFRS 16. So these are 9 chapters you will learn in the financial reporting. In these 9 chapters, the most important chapters, which is not just for the CMA exam but for your real life, is the leases, income tax, revenue recognition, and the mid-level accountant, AR, inventory. So these are the minimum things which you need to know, and these things you will learn once you have completed your financial reporting. Now coming to the discussion on the second part, we will cover, if you are joining, I will going to explain each and everything in details, and we are not just explaining, we are doing the प्रैक्टिस यानी एमसीक्यू भी अपने लोग करते हैं एंड मोस्टली आई प्रेफर इंग्लिश यानी हिंदी और इंग्लिश का मिक्सचर होता है बहुत डिटेल में हम लोग करते हैं बहुत अच्छे से करते हैं और जहाँ जिसके जो डाउट्स आते हैं आप देख सकते हैं कि रफ पेपर में मैंने कितने डिटेल में किया हुआ है यानी ये एग्जांपल्स है हमारा डेफर्ड टैक्स का मान लो एक एग्जांपल है कि बुक की प्रॉफिट है और इनकम टैक्स की प्रॉफिट है दोनों के कंपैरिजंस है परमानेंट डिफरेंसेस टेम्पोररी डिफरेंसेस ये सब हमने डिटेल में डिस्कस किया हुआ है तो जब आप करेंगे तो फिर आपका नॉलेज इन्हांस होगा और आप प्रैक्टिस करके और अपने जो भी डाउट्स है उसको आप क्लियर कर सकते हैं नाउ कमिंग टू द सेकेंड पोर्शन नाउ second portion I believe we have let me check and you are going to get the Hawk books plus Gleim MCQ books and for practice we will give you my own question sets which I have prepared based on like after reviewing many exam supports. Now this is a second and most important part for the CMA part 1. This is called planning, budgeting and forecasting. In the planning, budgeting and forecasting, you will learn what do you mean by the strategic planning, what are the budgeting process and what is their concept. Here you will learn mostly theory. The budgeting concept theory you will learn here. Then forecasting techniques you will learn and budgeting methodology you will learn like budgeting zero based budget है flexible budget है forecast है उसके बाद you will learn about the annual profit plan. It means that forecasting of your P&L statement you will learn here and their supporting schedules. Then you will, this is like a advanced, second part is going to be the advanced level. Then top level planning and analysis. Here you will learn the some theoretical concept and full cycle, like for the cash budget, purchase budget, production budget, inventory budget, revenue budget, whatever the labor budget, whatever the budget you can expect, you can learn here. Okay, so these are the things we will cover when it comes to the model 2 or the part 2, second section of the part 1. In the third section, let's see what we are going to cover. We'll just let you a small briefing. So, coming to the performance management, performance, you will learn the cost variance. So, material variance you will learn. You will learn labor variance, you will learn variable overhead variance and fixed overhead variance, sales variance, so that you can closely analyze your reports and advise the management what changes they can bring. And then it is going to be in two chapters, one may be theoretical, other is like advanced. Then you will learn the responsibility accounting. So when you say the responsibility, we will learn the cost center, profit center, revenue center, and investment center, because these are very important to understand which department is making business for the company which is not making. Then transfer pricing, because it is important not just but the costing point of view, but it is from the company's point of view if you have a two department. Now in UAE, for the transfer pricing and TP, you need to know because of the corporate tax implementations. So in transfer pricing you will learn the different methods of charging the transfer price from one department to another department. Why it is important? Because you need to incentivize, you need to closely understand which department is making how much money, which department is not making business. So it is very important you to know this transfer pricing, not just because of passing the exam, but it is very important because sometimes a people's hiring a consultant just to evaluate their transfer pricing. So I have gone through in India. If you are, then you have to read the double taxation avoidance agreement. Then in that case you will refer the transfer pricing provisions. In UAE also you have to learn the transfer pricing provisions. So it is very important not just to pass but to know the business. Then performance management measures 1, measure 2. Here you will learn the balance scorecard and the other theoretical way to interpret your financials for your management reports, for your management or the senior levels. Now coming to the second, then after you will have another section. In that sections what you are going to learn, I will make you clear here also. So now coming to the costing. Costing is one of my very favorite part. Here you will learn the concept of cost, like what is direct cost, what is indirect cost, what is variable cost, what is fixed cost, what is sunk cost. These are the cost, these are the various kind of cost you will learn. Then in the second chapter you will learn their numericals. Then you will have a costing system, measurement of concept 3. Here you will learn the different type of costing system, unit costing, process costings, target costings. These are the costings you are going to learn. Then in the also part 2 it is advanced. Then overhead allocations, because now before you must be knowing there is a standard a traditional way of allocating the overhead. Now you need to know the advance, and that is the ABC methods, activity based costing. So here you will learn a full concept from inception to end, how the overhead is being allocated to departments. Then coming to the supply chain management. In the supply chain management, it is going to be little theoretical, but it is a very practical when it comes to the business or the application of knowledge. Then business process improvement. Here you will learn about the business process re-engineering, BPR. It means like it is a activity based management. Here you will understand which activity is creating the business value to the business. So here the concept of value added activities, non value added activities you will learn. So these are the two major concepts you will learn in this section. Now coming to the next sections for the part 1. I am giving you a briefing for the part 1, how you are going to cover, what are the things you will learn after completing your part 1. Then completion of internal control. So you will learn about the GRC. It is a very new concept because you need to comply with certain standard. So GRC will help you. Then you will learn the governance risk, compliance risk, system control and security. So different kinds of controls you are applying in a business. So here you will learn the concept of CAAR, like creator, authorizer, means accounts recorder, then authorization and reconciliations. So one A for account, authorize, or R for reconciliation. So different positions or different, it means the segregations of responsibilities you will learn after reading this chapter. And it is a very important, not just learn, but for the business it is very important, especially when you have a strong audit system in your business. Now coming to the last section, and which is a quite practical, and it's a newly introduced to the courses last 1.5 years or 2 years before it has been introduced, yet it is carrying a small portions of the syllabus, but very important because you are going to learn how the data is being governance, information system, like how the information system works. Then technology enable financial transaction. It means that you will learn how to check the trail of a transactions. Then data analytics part 1, data analytics part 2. Here you will learn the concept of blockchain, data mining, artificial intelligence. These are the new things, new concept you will learn after doing the data analytics portion of this part 1. So this is the whole coverage of the part 1, where we will be covering the concepts for you. So now we are conducting classes 2 days a week, and late evening classes we are conducting, so that any people, whether a student or a professional who wanted to join, who can join our courses and complete the things in a very easy manner, without taking or without dropping their, without compromising their current job. So these are the portions I have covered. What are the things we are covering in the first part? I have covered almost everything. Then when it comes to the teaching, I generally takes 70 classes to 90 classes to cover part 1. Yes, I am taking little more classes than anybody, because I don't just teach the subject, I teach the concept. I will make you prepare so that you can go and work in market with the knowledge and confidence. And once after passing this CMA, you will be a next form of yourself. So now, thank you very much for your time and efforts you are giving. And if you have any doubts, please reach us. Thank you very much.